I made a purchase last night. I was playing Dark Tide with my boys, and I'm just not getting as many frames as I would like. I've got 144 hertz monitor, 1440p, but that game isn't optimized super well. It is in beta, and we're not playing the full game yet. So, but I was still only getting like down to like 75 to 80 frames sometimes, like when shit's really getting crazy. But sometimes 100 120 with the DLSS, but they're just inventing those magical frames that aren't even real. I guess frames are like boobs. If you can see them, they're real, but still, I like to know that there's real frames happening. So I bought a pre-built PC from iBuyPower. I think it's got 4080 and whatever the newest Intel CPU, and I got the DDR5 5600 RAM. I think that's all that matters. Nobody cares what power supply you fucking use. But yeah, I'll have a new PC in a week or two.
I'm looking at a new PC as well. Like I was going to do the 4090 just because I was thinking like get it so that I don't have to replace it longer. But then I saw all those stories about it like catching on fire. And I was like, you know what? Like 4080, like with these monitors I have, like what would be the point of a 4090? There wouldn't be one.
You don't need the 4080. 1080p, 60 frames.
Oh, really?
This one is 1440. I think those two are both 1080.
How many hertz?
No fucking clue, man. Whatever.
You gotta get 1440 on all three, Taylor.
See, even if his monitor was 144 hertz monitor, there's no way he has the settings correct and the cable correct.
That's true.
All the same time, accidentally. He's
also
60 frames.
All at the same time, accidentally.
And Taylor's always like, guys, I know you like fucking Dark Tide, but I'm a big Pong enthusiast. I like to play this game that came out in the 1990s or Magic the Gathering.
That's a popular game.
Dude,
I can't help that it's a card
game.
It might be popular, but you don't need a 4080 to play Magic the Gathering.
Remember that tank game where everything was just green outlines?
Yeah.
I loved that game as a kid.
Hop on,
fuck off.
What was that game called?
Like Tank
Commander?
I don't know.
Tank Commander.
Maybe Tank Commander, yeah. And you could pick whether you wanted like a really I always picked the speediest tank I could to be zippy and avoid like damage. People don't know this 2D nonsense. It's not 2D, it's a 3D game. That weird ass game. Yeah, we should get your monitors fixed because the difference between 60 hertz and anything else is it just gets buttery, slick, and smooth to your eyes. It feels good, and you play better. You really do. Whenever I like mess with settings, get more frames, I'm like, oh, okay, I actually can play a little bit better here, and it looks so much better.
Okay, I'll have to do that for this main monitor because it's a pretty good one.
I
mean, it was a fine. It had good reviews on Amazon. It's an Asus. You can move the screen up and down.
Nice. I can do that too.
Yeah, look at us. Maybe it's the same one.
I've got like I've
different setting preferences.
Everybody, I'm not try hard enough to like run a 27-inch monitor, so I always get like I think a 29 or a 32 or something like that, maybe a little somewhere in between. And 1440, 144 hertz. But I think I'm gonna upgrade to maybe 270 something hertz, whatever the number is. Like something 200 plus hertz for this because I'll be able to run it now. Dark Tide is so much fucking smoother. Yeah, you're gonna be seeing a lot more frames. Like I don't know. Maybe you remember the difference in how Halo looked versus COD 4 because the big difference back then was Halo was 30 and COD 4 was now 60, and it was just going back and forth. You really felt the difference.
Yeah, you're right. I need to do that.
I've been playing so much Dark Tide. I've got 2 level 25 characters now.
Is that the top level?
It's not actually. 30 is, but as they like patch, it's a beta and they're continuously like moving things around. So I'm not really wanting to finish off my first character because they sort of.
Is there still a concept of red? Like, is it the same color? Like you wanted red weapons and amulets and stuff? Is that?
They've gone to like the Apex Legends and modern game color scheme where it goes white, green, blue, purple, gold.
Okay. Do you have gold stuff yet?
No, I only have one purple thing. The because it is a beta, you're not getting all the content. You're not even close to it, and you're also like the way the weapon store works is like some some small iteration of it where you can't buy or craft weapons. You have a small list of weapons that you can get, and it updates every hour slightly. So you can be frustrating if like certain classes have unique weapons. So like if you're the zealot, you get this big honking chain sword. It's called the Eviscerator. It's so fucking fun. It's one of the best sounding when you're running around. It's going and when you swing it, it's going zing, zing, zing. And when you fire it up and like hit somebody with it, it like chains through them like Gears of War.
It's a chainsaw
That's
sword.
cool.
It's a chain sword. Yeah, it
But
looks
wait, you made it sound like it had an engine when you fire it.
Oh, it does.
So it's a chainsaw sword. A chain sword to me is a sword, like a flail almost.
Yeah, but Zach, show us a Warhammer 40K chain sword.
They look heavy.
Yeah, they are. Especially the two-handed variety. But my lady wields it like it's an aluminum baseball bat.
She's just running on adrenaline.
Ping. Yeah, it's just fucking shit up. Man,
I know the video you're thinking of.
Do you they're obviously after like betas they reset your characters?
No, Kyle said you keep your progress in this one. It's
that's weird.
The intent is to keep all the progress. They have stipulated like, hey, like something breaks, you can lose all your progress. Know that going in. Yeah, you got something like this. That's a change.
That looks cool.
Yeah, no way for that to actually work, but man, is it fun.
Yeah, no way for that to actually
I would very quickly cut myself.
Yeah, you would.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Man,
I don't think I haven't figured out the way it would try to move, right? Like, for example, we've all seen the thing where you hold the spinning bicycle tire and then when you move it side to side, you kind of have to like fight it to make it move, the inertia. If you had a chainsaw going around a sword, you couldn't swing it like a stationary sword. It would have other.
It'd be like pulling down on you if it was going down, right? Because the chain.
Is it that simple?
It could be.
I don't
know. I mean, you swing sideways and it just pulls. It's just you pull and like counter the teeth and as you swing, right? Like
you're talking about the way that
weapon
after it digs, but I mean, even just playing with it through the air, it would be like a rotating bicycle tire where you're holding the hub and it
Oh, you think it would be trying to move centrifugally? You don't think it would just sit in space? It would spin if you let it to itself. And you threw it to 0G, you think it would spin?
Yeah.
But or on maybe I'm not sure actually, but like it would resist changing its momentum, right? They'd be like if it's spinning around and then you tried to make it go. This is terrible.
It's a fantasy weapon.
Yeah.
And I started the conversation saying they don't work, but it's real fun in the video game, and I highly recommend y'all boys got to get in there. You got to get in there.
Right.
I got the people trained.
I didn't know that the levels weren't going to reset because like I was
so many times.
He did tell us, yeah, and that's a big thing. I am like losing. I had a really good day today. I had this big to-do list. And I'm just checking shit off, you know. This freaking leg day, clean motorcycles, ride motorcycles, buy this, get ready for my big trip I got planning. Like I had a really productive day, and I signed up for the show, and I'm like, jackass, you still didn't get any video gaming in.
You'll have to do that afterward.
It's a lot of fun, and like the Ogren character, the big ogre motherfucker. I can like as soon as he was level 5, I was able to play the 3rd highest difficulty with my friends and like not get left behind. He's that good. He's that tough. I think at the higher difficulties, if you go to 4 and 5, there's a lot of ranged stuff. They keep piling ranged on top of ranged, and it gets hard. They haven't balanced it quite perfectly yet. There's a mechanic in the game where if someone's shooting at you and you shoot back, they duck their heads, and now you can rush them, right? And they haven't quite gotten that perfect. And they also haven't gotten the mechanic where when you do rush them, they drop their gun, grab their blade, and like the time, the space that they need to do that in. Because what you don't want is to run up to 5 guys and they all just look at you and start shooting you like a firing squad. You want them to get scared like they normally would if you had a chain sword and you're on top of them, draw their own swords, and then get fucked up because you've got a chain sword.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. I highly recommend it. It's got some bugs, but it's a fucking beta. And again, like I said the other day, you can play for free. It's a pre-order beta. You pre-order, you play it, cancel it, the end, progress. shifts over. If you do want to keep the game, you can buy it. You can get on Game Pass for free. Great game. So, and if you like Warhammer 40K, the score is so good.
No, the scores. I mean, I want the scores at the end.
Oh yeah, they said they're going to do a scoreboard. It might be a pussy scoreboard where it doesn't. That
game
kills.
Needs a scoreboard.
Yeah,
that was like so much of it was like finishing a game and being like, yes, I was serviceable.
Yeah,
like I was useful here. And then other times you're like, oh man, like I caused a lot of problems for the rest of the team.
Yeah, ever play zombies and be like, I was revived 34 times.
I just need to like unplug my internet and text them I'm going to bed.
My computer crashed. Damn.
Zombies is rough because when you get behind the curve and things are hard, it can be hard to get on top of the world again.
Yeah, and it just snowballs where it's like, there's no way for me to take this wall MP5 and parlay it into a fun time.
But, and they tried to fix that, but then you'll get killed and you'll come back the next round and you're like, don't worry, I got all this money. You'll like buy your perks and stuff and you're about to buy the last one and then you immediately get killed.
Yeah.
you spend all your, now you've got no money and you're dead. And it's like, all right, I'm gonna quit.
Yeah.
We're done. I'm bad.
It can be very frustrating. I guess it's 2 years until the next Nazi zombies, right?
Yeah, I think they're trying to make this a 2-year COD. I didn't look into what that means. I also saw that, I guess it would be Blizzard, Activision, whatever the big daddy company that owns it all is
Microsoft.
Microsoft, yeah, is going to have Call of Duty for a decade. They're working a deal to get exclusive Call of Duty for a decade. That is going to shit all over PlayStation, if you ask me, because I think that a big part of what keeps PlayStation floating and the passionate part of their like market is, I don't know, dudes who play Call of Duty and like all the sports games, right? Like if you could get the sports games too, like if you can get the Madden stuff FIFA. and the 2K stuff. Yeah, is FIFA a big seller?
FIFA is really, really pop. Like I my friends,
that's
like,
so
I have friends who play FIFA. I don't get it either. I'm terrible at sports games, but FIFA is a huge sports game, even in America, apparently.
I don't really get into sports games, but it is very satisfying in Madden when you complete a slick pass. Like it really is. But the baseball, I remember playing baseball on my Sega Saturn many moons ago and thinking like, I own a bat and a ball. Fuck this. Like I'm gonna go hit some balls outside into the net. Like, why would I sit here and like click this button when I could try to hit a ball? It didn't make any sense to me back then. I don't know. Like, go to the batting cages, dude. It'd be so much more fun.
The only like fun time I had on like a sports game was doing like the GM mode, like on NHL, like 9 years ago. And like the gameplay itself is not very fun because it's like, it's just a sports thing. And like, if you were good and you know how to like do dangles and like dekes and everything, yeah, it would be fun. But like, I don't know how to do that. And so I would just like baking a roster and then simming the entire season and up to the playoffs and just seeing if I could actually win like a cup just with the roster, like simming everything. And like, of course I could not with like the salary cap because I'm not a GM. Like, I don't know how to build a team like that. And so like after that first run, I turned off the salary cap for only me and left it on for every other GM in the league. And then I just fleeced them. just all these trades. I'm like, hey, I'll give you all my first round picks in the 2030s for Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, like Alex Ovechkin. And they're like, I'm not going to stare a gift horse in the mouth. Deal. And it was the little text. And that was fun. But yeah, sports games are just not my jam. They're not that. They're good for playing with friends. They're good for playing with friends.
The 2030.